I guess it would help if I turn on my mic. Can you hear me now? Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, do you know Ginger Ninja's resting her fingers? Good morning, YouTubers. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You know, it's that time again. Yep, it is. It sure is.
I won't stop, I'm here to get what I want. I'm not lost, I'm here to make it to the top. I'll take a shot, I'll overpower any boss. Cause I am not
Let's
someone
go.
that you would wanna cross.
I move quietly, like a shadow, there's a dark side to me. I work privately to go build and create my own.
Yeah. It's the 15th of March. You have 30 days to file your taxes. That is, of course, you have not done your taxes yet. More and more American people are finding out doing your taxes, you ain't getting that big of a refund back. And if you are getting a big refund, you're probably one of those slackers who's getting all that government money while everybody else is paying into that government money. So you can be a big slacker. I haven't done my taxes yet. I'll probably be about the same. If I get something, it'll be small. If I don't, eh, I guess I balanced it out where I don't make anything and they don't take nothing. So let's see. Yeah. Good morning, Lady D. You're number one. Good morning, RLB. You're number two, and you're out shopping. Better than what I'm doing. My weather's not cooperating. I can't go shopping today until all this stormy stuff stops. And good morning, Ginger Ninja. That's right. I want to give up the morning show because I know some of y'all are up, and yeah, you can only do so much Facebook, Ginger Ninja. I'm glad you're able to rest your fingers there. Good morning, Mrs. Scratchy Go Crazy. Good to see you. Sharon, hi, good morning. Gary Hoffman, good morning. Gary wants to know what kind of music I listen to and prefer. It really depends on my mood. So I listen to almost everything. Yeah. There's some days, maybe like once a month, you'll hear me say, I'm on the Mexican radio. Good morning, Chef Kicker. Hey, no rush, darling. You do what you need to do, be you, and then we'll gracefully wait for you. Well, I will, but I'm going to keep the studio doors locked because you know how all the people in chat, they're going to be banging on the doors. We want Chef. We want Chef. Yeah. Lynch mob's out here, and it's Friday too. I smell the weekend. Do y'all smell it? And no, I did not toot. You smart aleck workers back there. I'm just gonna let you know it is cold front's coming in, and I've had thunder, lightning, and all that other stuff here, and I'm waiting for it to rain. It's not gonna be as bad here, but it is gonna rain probably 4 or 5 hours, and then move towards East Texas, where in South Texas, where it's supposed to get a lot of rain down there. They're projecting anywhere from 3 to 5 days of rain. I'm hoping this stuff just moves, and yeah, come visit us like in a couple of days, let it dry out, and continue from there. But let's see. Now, let me get my glasses. So sorry about yesterday. We were trying to get a big old giant shed delivered, and they decided not to deliver it yesterday. So yeah, it's like your cable company. They schedule time and then they keep changing it, and then they don't show up, and you have to go the next day. So daughter-in-law's at her house. She's going to call me when they decide to deliver it, and I'll rush over there, and my son's going to do the same thing. He's going to tell the boss he may have to leave for a little bit so they can deliver the shed, because we want to make sure they put it at a certain spot in the backyard. So let's see. RLB says $21.75 for a bag of 20-pound rice. Is that a good deal? That's about average right now. I've seen a 20-pound bag anywhere from 19 to 22. So that sounds like it's an all right deal for now. RLB, if you're trying to get some before the prices go up, yeah, I'd probably grab it. Make sure it's a sturdy bag. You don't want to lift it up, then it rips and there's rice all over the place. Alrighty. I don't know. What does anybody else in chat think? $21.75 a good deal for 20 pounds of rice? That's about average what I see everywhere I go. But so yeah, we found a 4th-generation cattleman butcher shop that deals mostly organic beef. It's they don't add anything, no, all that other poop into their cattle. So maybe later on this afternoon, after it stops raining and all that, I can go check them out. Prices don't seem too bad, and maybe I'll do a short video. But they have 4 generations working on that one, and they're spread out. In the last month and a half, they've actually opened 4 locations in different counties, which is pretty awesome. So I want to go in there because they sell 1/8 a cow, 1/4 a cow, 1/2 a cow, or a full cow. So I want to see the prices on there. But what they're showing in their freezers that they cut and rack up and all that every day, it doesn't seem like too bad of a price. And they give you certain deals on things also. So, and they do have goat. They got pig too. Yeah, it's a big old thing. It's about 20 miles away from me, south of me. So yeah. I'm sorry, Gary. Yeah, yeah. That's why when I've had animals, they never got on the bed. They'd have their individual bed on the floor in the bedroom, but they sure the hell wouldn't get on the bed because after a while, yeah, they decide to try to furnish you. And they don't do it under the covers. They take the whole freaking room and furnish you. So, but at least you cover yourself up when you start noticing it when they're in their little doggy bed on the floor, and you're like, and you pray that your partner doesn't. Yeah. Uh-oh. You know what time it is? We got to do this because she's coming here early. Good morning,
Good
Shiv.
morning.
How's that
Good
back tire
morning.
going? I just love that video showing you burn up your freaking tire. All the
Uh-huh.
smoke. That you go,
Oh, and they're
yeah,
getting expensive for motorcycle tires.
yeah. Hey, see the price of them nowadays.
Had to order a new one for my husband's front, and
Uh,
it won't be here until, believe it or not, the middle of April.
ooh, yep. That's pretty decent though. It could be a 6
Mm,
to 8 month wait. It
yeah.
keeps getting worse. And good morning, Mary Luck. Good to see you. Yep, we were reading about that one before you popped up.
Ah, it's the
And Miss
Marshmallow
Marshall.
Man.
And boom. Are you sure
Lewis
you're
is in
here?
the house.
Hey, Seth. Good to see you. Same people show up when Shift shows up, you see. They're
Seth
like,
Ramos. There. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's going to get longer there, Lady D. As the overseas shipments keep rerouting and all that other stuff.
Yeah, nope. My sister was here all night. Came late and then left at like 3 o'clock this morning
Y'all
because
were
my nephew's
partying till you're
no, because
partying.
my nephew's having his surgery today. So yeah, it was quite the drive.
Oh, well, holy mackerel.
I'm not a
Look at that
mackerel.
stick. Hello, chicken nugget.
There's no mackerels involved in the chicken nuggets.
Well, I don't know. It's not what I
Free
heard. Hey, Free
Hanley, good
Hanley. Good
morning,
morning,
sweetie.
darling. Good to see you. I'm still drinking my first cup of coffee, so I'm like, well,
And being I can't see the chat, good morning to everyone on chat.
well, let's see.
And good
We'll
morning,
cover every.
Andy. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, we'll cover everybody that's here for you real quick in under 10 seconds. A through Z. There. And they
There
all
you go.
said good morning back to you.
Muchas gracias, senor.
Yeah. So, did you have fun last night on Craig's stream?
Oh yeah, especially after we were talking about all the crazy women we're involved with all the time.
Yeah, man. I noticed it was all males up there on the panel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we
Hey,
were
Nanette,
cracking
good
jokes
morning.
afterwards about all that. We didn't have no women scolding us.
Uh huh. And good morning, Marla B. Won't skip you either. Yeah,
I guess you call that
I'll
an unfiltered situation.
oh, and unfiltered, yeah. It's just
Yep.
I don't even think they grinded the coffee beans on that show last night. Yeah, I tried watching Hawks and I just couldn't do it. It was too late for me when Hawk went live, so I'm like, I went to bed. It had been a long day sitting around waiting. So it is currently 50 degrees. Cold fronts come in just when you thought, yeah, winter was over. Orange, and yeah,
It's
it's
gonna be
raining.
30 Monday here. Now we've got storms coming. It's like Florida showers, rain for 2 miles, hard as hell, and stop.
Hey, Jenny, how you doing? Or Janine? I'm sorry, I'm still drinking my coffee. At least let me get my first cup down. So, let's see. Well, she's just trying to figure out. She's probably talking to her hubby or got a phone call, one of the two. But she hasn't dropped, so I don't think it's a phone call. Um, yeah. Are you ready for the St. Patty's Day weekend?
Oh, the luck of the Irish is always in my house. You have a half Irish, half Scottish dragon.
You know, I'm not looking forward to it, but hey, it's going to be the normal. I'll be in
Drink
before
your
it gets dark,
green
and I
beer.
don't partake. No, I don't
Morning,
partake in
Jan.
That's always been weird as
Jamie.
hell to me.
that. I think you need a, paint your face green and your hands, and wear a leprechaun suit and deliver green chicken nuggets to all the bars in the local area.
That would be for some good YouTube footage right there. That's for sure.
And it'd make it even better if you had 4-leaf clover chicken nuggets. That'd probably be real popular.
Yup. Well, all I know is there's actual warnings for people for St. Patty's Day in Minneapolis. Do not
Why?
travel in less than groups of 4. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Let's
must
see,
be the
9 mil 45 and knives and my shotgun. Yeah, I travel in groups of
That's a
4.
group of 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sure is.
and when
But
I
yeah, I
shoot
was
some,
like, what? It's been suggested if you plan on doing the St. Patrick's Day activities in downtown Minneapolis, please travel in groups of 4.
yeah,
That's what it said. I'm not kidding.
Is that
hey, you
because of
always got
the
to travel with a
extreme?
fire team.
Is
I
that
think
the
it's because
extreme religious group?
I have no idea. That was literal news local. Yep. So I don't know.
Yeah, yep. Mary Luck's talking about the eclipse. Yeah, 30 more days, and
We
then
all gonna die?
well, I don't know. It might because Lady Daggerstatus's son's schools play the bagpipes today. You know what happens? It ain't over till the fat lady sings, but it always starts with a guy freaking playing bagpipes. Ever notice that?
Oh my.
Well,
The
I watch.
bagpipes always remind me of AC/DC when they did the oh god, which song was that? A
Hey,
long
Vicky.
time where you rock and roll or something like that, and always had the bagpipes in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I read something about that last night before bed, but I didn't really get into it. And I was trying to remember Fannie Willis. Is that Bruce
Fawny.
Willis's daughter?
It's no Fawny. That's Fawny here
Bonnie.
in Georgia.
Bonnie.
Fawny.
Well, I've been trying to disassociate myself with all that new stuff. If I need an update on it, I go watch 10 TV news. So,
Here's
you
your
know.
mega millions and Powerball for today. The sign says 792 on the Mega Millions and 600 million on the Powerball.
Well, believe me,
Nobody won.
I know. I got my tickets ready to go. So I bought them ahead of time, so I don't have to go out there with the mad rushes. People try to buy green beer, their 4-leaf clover chicken nuggets, and their lardy tickets. Yeah.
Let's see. It is Friday. Yeah, that one of
Yep.
them. I think the Mega Millions drawing today, ain't it?
Yeah, Life
Right.
of Bobby says it's a long way to the top if you want to
If you
rock
want to
and
rock and
roll.
yeah, I jumped on my channel the other day. I hadn't done it in a while. I jumped on my channel and played music the other day, and it didn't want to process it, so I just deleted it. I knew I was going to get a copyright, but I was having a cold adult beverage and told my wife, I said, play me some damn music while I'm sitting on the front porch harassing the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was pretty rocking, let me tell you.
Good morning, Jordan B. Thank
I
you for
had you
letting me
playing
know
in my
because I
ear
was
while I was
watching it
vacuuming.
while you were what?
Vacuuming.
Oh,
Vacuuming.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, see, that's what
I
you have to.
mean,
You got to
it was.
listen to
I mean, his
AC/DC.
speaker was that speaker was bumping it. You could just see it going boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
Those little speakers right there, that little JBL speaker, those things are pretty loud. She's like, cut that down, you're not pissing there. I said, fuck them. I don't care. I was in one of them moods. I was didn't give a damn.
Yeah. Yeah, but you need to
Pretty
make sure that
pathetic.
you put on their music being played is and give them credit on your description, and they shouldn't freaking hit you on it.
I don't care if they do or not. It's free in my book.
Well, eventually they're going to when they finally take TikTok down. I mean, y'all might like TikTok. I don't really use TikTok, but we're like, oh no, it's our freedom of speech. They're not trying to freaking limit the freedom of speech. If you knew exactly what they're doing, they're just trying to freaking stop the communist threat. Another freaking some college student that doesn't want to work and do an app and then freaking run the Americans think of TikTok
Well,
to get
think about
TikTok
this,
out of there.
Truss.
Yeah.
Put this in your brain. 6 years ago, Orange Dude was fussing about TikTok was a threat to the U.S.
Yep.
national security threat.
Yep.
So if it's a national security threat, why did it take 6 years before somebody does something?
Well, same reason as immigration has been a security threat for over 50 years, and they still haven't done nothing about it. Yeah, think about it. There's a party out there, and y'all should figure out which party it is. Just doesn't want to do anything that benefits the American public, and they've convinced
My
you enough
personal
that
opinion, it's both parties. Because the Republican Party, they can't nobody get along. They're always fighting. At least the only positive with the Democrats is they seem to group up pretty well. They'll gang up. Republican, they're always fighting, picking each other.
Yeah, but let
That's
them
why
fight.
they're called rats.
But see,
Yes.
that's the whole thing. And that's why I keep saying we got to vote Republicans in all freaking three freaking powers of government, and then give them a strong message that you got 4 years, or we're getting rid of you. Let them fight. When they control everything, and when they fight, that's where you get rid of them.
In a perfect world, yeah.
Well, the only way you're going to make it perfect is by initiating it. You know damn well the Democrats aren't going to freaking do anything for this country. It's all about their pockets and their little communist friends.
I can
And I'll
agree
give
on
you,
that statement.
and I'll give you a worldwide vision that won't blow up anybody's brains this morning, because I know no liberals are listening to this show. Look at all the communist countries, China, Russia, all that. They have the word Democrat in their freaking description of their countries. So think about it.
You're not seeing this on mainstream, but I don't know, place I'm seeing this news is on Telegram, might be on Sputnik or Russian stuff, but apparently something freedom, Russian freedom, something. They're blowing shit up over there. They put out a warning in Belgorod this morning, said stay in shelters. There's big uprising going on, and you don't want to get caught up in it and all this kind of stuff. So
Yeah, because Putin's doing the same thing again for his election again. He's leading in the polls to be reelected again, and his people that are going against him are disappearing.
being taken out to lunch.
Yeah. You speak against the dictator, he's going to put you in jail, and I don't know. Somehow or another, you just end up hanging by your shoelaces when you're wearing Crocs. Where do the shoelaces come? I've never seen Crocs with shoelaces. That's all.
Epstein's guards brought them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a sad situation. It irritates the hell out of me because I don't like. I damn sure don't like the Democratic Party, and I wish there was a people's party and common people elected, and not doctors and lawyers and con artists is what basically I call them. Majority of them are doctors or lawyers.
Yep, they're all freaking defaulted on their student loans, and they're making millions. And yeah, think about it.
Hopefully someday it'll all work out in the wash. But right now, the clothes in the washing machine are awful nasty.
I ain't worried about it. It's kind of funny though, because unless people want to freaking organize and see, well, that sounds stupid. We should do this instead. Well, no, you've had time. You haven't done it. You're not going on your YouTube channel. You're not freaking telling people what to do, what needs to be done. You ain't bringing a solution. You're just screaming out the problems. So if you have an idea, either start throwing it out there or get your crayons and get ready to color because you're either gonna freaking go for ideas that are thrown out there to fix the solution. Because the solutions that you keep freaking doing, like voting all these Democrats in, ain't fixing the cities that they've destroyed. Think about it. It's time for change. So you don't like some of the Republicans out there? I don't really care. I don't like any of the Democrats out there. I can't name one Democrat I like. I'm sorry, I don't.
I kind of like Kennedy.
No.
Some of his stuff.
No.
There's some things he says, but then again, he's an outcast.
No, you got to look at it. Actions speak
Well,
louder
would I
than
vote
words.
for him? No.
I want to see actions. Anybody can say anything, and if you don't realize that, then you voted for Obama. Bottom freaking line. You liked the guy in a, nice suit that spoke well. We had no freaking foundation to anything.
There's more behind that story than we'll ever know.
Fact.
Like I said, if I ever freaking won a big enough money so I could run because I have the money, then I would run and I'd be wearing holy jeans, Metallica t-shirts. I would never wear a suit. I don't care what they freaking say.
Oh, don't tell me you'd be like a Fetterman, would you?
No, I'd be looking a whole lot better than
Frumpy Fetterman.
No, I'd be a whole lot better than Fetterman. But Fetterman tried using, I can't do this. He had nothing to back him either. I mean, we could have put a goat up against him and the goat would have won.
Well, it's kind of funny. Dr. Oz couldn't win.
Well, yeah, look at the Dr. Oz did a lot of talking, but he didn't have nothing to back himself up with.
He's got a bunch of skeletons in the closet, too.
Yeah, exactly. That's all he had. If I ran for president, the only thing they could do is my ex-girlfriends and ex-wives could talk shit about me. And
Morning, Mike.
They're just bitter. That's all it is. They're bitter because now I'm making all the money. And they want some
of the military-industrial complex, the deep state that's been entrenched a hell of a lot longer than anybody else that's been in there. That's the problem. They're going to blackmail you. It's like Jimmy Carter's book, when first bit of his term, they came in and said, Men in Black came in and said, you do things the way we tell you to do it, or else. Reagan was the same way.
Now, see, I go up on that stage and I'll tell people they're trying to blackmail me. They said they're going to do this, they're going to say that, they're going to come out with this. I don't care.
Well, people know that. They know what's going on. That's what Clintons were great at blackmail.
I call them out and I says, you want to know how to get in Area 51? You want to know how to get here? I'll tell you. They want to blackmail? I'll tell you. Here's your freedom of information. Because tomorrow's Freedom of Information Day.
Well, Trump basically did that.
Nope, I know.
Trump basically did that.
Yep,
and look what happened to him.
Nothing. They just keep attacking
him. He didn't get elected.
Him,
yeah, but he didn't get elected by whatever means, which there's question marks with that. And I'm just using common sense. It's kind of odd from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning. His lead was intense and then it drops. I ain't saying anything else about that, but that they got the power. That's the problem. The money and the power. And until that changes, you ain't going to see no change. Just like the January 6th people sitting up there. These people didn't do shit. And you got veterans still up there locked up. And how can you fight? They're not letting them out. How can you fight it? They lock your ass up or kill you.
I tried to.
Just ask Mr. Whistleblower Boeing guy how that worked out.
Yeah, well, he should have been.
The judge in Fulton County was up for re-election, and he was being sponsored by a what? A Democrat.
Yeah.
By the Democratic Party. So, how do you think he was going to play it out?
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people really didn't know is that, he was up for re-election and who was supporting him.
Yeah.
It's like the county I live in. We just had our vote here in Georgia, and they put out all the numbers. You would not believe, between the combination of people that actually voted for Biden and voted for Nikki Haley, which those were Democrats flopping over just for our primary, because you can do that here, just to push numbers for Nikki Haley. Those two together, Trump had like almost 5,000 votes in the county I live in, and between Biden and Haley, it was like it wasn't far behind, 1,500 votes, like 3,500 with the combination of two of them. And the people got away. It just blows my mind that anybody would even vote for the Alzheimer or whatever he's got, victim.
It's all about the money.
Yes.
But there's a way to take the money down real easy. But people don't want to do it. They want to go shop at Walmart. They want to shop the businesses that Soros runs. Well, there's nothing else around here. That sounds like an excuse to me. If you
But
want food,
in reality, trust, there isn't a lot of other stores. They did it on purpose. They took
and they can't
Walmarts
afford to operate. Yeah.
Right. They put these Walmarts in specific places where they did, and then all the small people couldn't compete, so they're gone.
Why couldn't they compete? Because the people wanted to go to Walmart. They thought they wanted the China stuff.
The prices. What Walmart
right,
pays,
exactly.
And what the
economy.
Volume. No, volume, economy. Just like me in the business, I'm a dinosaur. I'm independent. I fly alone. My insurance is higher, and I've got a clean record. My insurance is higher than it would be if I go lease on the JB Hunt or Werner or one of these big boys. It's intentionally done, and you can't fight that.
Without licenses.
No, they got a license. They're given a license. You can't operate one of these commercial vehicles without. As soon as they find out within a few minutes that my insurance has been canceled, I no longer can book any loads. They know that. That's quick. Commercial driver license don't work like that. They got a license. Can they speak English? No, a lot of them. But these people were smart. They worked on this for 50 plus years. They knew how to make this operate and how to make it work.
Why do you think Trump was so good at what he did versus all the other ones in the past? Because he was a businessman. He was attacking the business agenda, and they didn't like it. That. He was attacking.
But he's also played that big game too. He got big money and played the big game. How many times did he file bankruptcy? What, 4 or 5? I don't know.
Hey, happy system. Good morning. Yeah, but he knows the system. I'd rather trust somebody who's experienced of having bankruptcies than somebody that's never had a job like Bernie Sanders trying to tell us how we're gonna work. And he's never
I don't think he necessarily knows the system. I mean, he knows a lot. Don't get me wrong. When you got money, you hire these attorneys that all they do every day 24/7 is study all these loopholes that us common folks can't use or don't know about. Same thing in the judicial system. The judicial system is the biggest freaking scam there ever was, because the judge, your attorney, and the prosecuting attorney are all in the same little clique. They're all part of the Bar Association, which is about, and I'm not picking on Masons. It's because my granddad was a Mason. But it's a clique.
Lady D.
And when they're done every day, they go to the bar and they swap wives. They do all kinds of crazy shit that they don't get in trouble for. But it's normal. Oh, it gets me pissed. I know it's all just it's corrupt from top to bottom. That's why I kept telling everybody, trust the plan, trust the plan. The Supreme Court's gonna overrule. No, they're not. They're corrupt too. They've been bought. Our whole system is based on corruption right now, and bribery, and everything that's bad. Until that changes, and the money is. If you could do away with the money buys all this shit. It's like a damn crack addict. You don't want to get better till you hit the bottom, and in order, it'll be chaos. I mean, total chaos, no food, shit like that. But then you heal, you hit bottom, and then you start coming back up, and that's the only way things are going to change in this country, in my personal opinion.
No,
quit giving away all the free shit.
Yeah, you got to change the mind of the freaking people first.
Well, they'll be forced to change. You ain't got. If you ain't got no way to get, if you cut off the damn money and you ain't got no, and let me make sure that I'm clear on this. You've got disabled people that need help. I don't have an issue with that on the system. But the people that ain't, you take that away and they go hungry, they'll find a damn job or they'll die. It's really simple, but nobody's going to pull the plan off. But it would create pandemonium and chaos, especially for the ones that are out there in La La Land. Don't believe this shit could ever happen, and it could.
Well, we should have done away with welfare and all that other crap a long time ago. And I've been saying
I'm not necessarily saying do away with welfare. I'm not, because
there's nobody that needs.
You know why
welfare
okay.
We're not in depression.
Welfare was started when welfare was started back in the day. I mean, like early 60s and that. Okay, it was not meant for people to stay on it. It was meant.
You're exactly right.
Get them back on their feet, and as soon as they had a job, etc., they were removed from it immediately. It was not meant to keep them on it for a lifetime. No.
And that's what you're doing.
You do away with it, people are forced to freaking have to fend for themmselves, period.
But what if they can't, Trust? What if they're quadriplegics from whatever reason?
Exactly.
No, here's the loophole you all aren't seeing. There's programs out there that help these people. They can add monetary money to a system with food into it. But they have to qualify. They got to be a paraplegic or they got to be disabled in order to get it. You see what I'm saying?
That's where I believe churches, years ago, people, because I remember my grandmother talking about, this was back in way before my time. What's the black-white issue that went on when they couldn't use the bathrooms? What was that time called? My brain ain't working.
Segregation.
So yeah, and hungry people would come to my grandparents' house. Well, we'll just say people of dark skin, and my grandmother would say, just because of causing a situation, you got to come to the back, and I'm more than happy to help you, because they used the church. She would have food and stuff that was donated to church, and they would use that.
Yeah, so, but the churches don't, very few churches do that.
Not many anymore. No, they're all about money.
Yep.
Mega churches. But I don't.
501c, baby. 501c.
And if you don't believe, if you got one of these mega churches, if you don't believe somebody associated with the federal government is not in that church watching what goes on and making sure that you follow certain procedures, you're sadly mistaken. I know that for a fact.
Hey, Joe, Grow Big TV.
It's just,
I'm going to real quick say hi to C Happy Cheppy and the Lucky James Eller.
And it's
like
AB,
see if I didn't.
Hey there, Joe.
Jay ain't never up this damn early.
Yeah.
No. Silver Paws, good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning, Silver Paws. I bet Silver
Don't
Paws
forget
is going live today.
Silver Paws goes live today. Yes, he does.
105 or 130?
Now you're going to make me look. I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. That's what happens when you come on early.
I just saw something you don't see in Georgia. And you know what I'm talking about. Longhorn cattle. It looks like they've been crossbred maybe with a Black Angus. But yeah, that was basically all Longhorns, but they were crossed up. You don't see that much here in Georgia.
Yeah.
Longhorns, tough cow.
Life of Bobby says so. In other words, I should stop going to mega church. Well, that's up to you, but I will tell you,
I'm not
if you believe we're coming close to the end times, I would get up and personal and in God's face and have a relationship with him right now.
Nope, they do not have a stream today.
They don't have a stream?
That's right. Snoopy's back.
What the fuck? Oh, that's it. I'm not going to talk to Silver Paws at 105 today then. If I run into him at Snoopy's or something, I'm not going to say
I know the church that Life with Bobby is speaking of, but that church is literally run by its people. It's not run by an establishment.
No.
It literally is run by the people that go there.
There's not many of that anymore.
No, there's not very many of that, but I know which church she's talking about, and that is run by the people. There was a great big investigation into that church to see how they were getting their money and blah, 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 and why they wouldn't file 501c, and they have not.
Yep.
They are not.
Well,
They are
I
not a
think
That's the
501c
ticket.
church,
That's the
and
ticket right there.
right there. Yep. So Life with Bobby, don't stop going. It's a great place to go, and it is run by the people. It is not a 501c, so they are not getting all the tax breaks, blah, blah, blah. So, you
well,
know.
I don't think
Yep.
any church should
That's
get any
why.
tax breaks, period. I looked at the Bible and I didn't see anywhere where Caesar was giving the
Thank
churches
you.
tax breaks and all that other
Right.
stuff. That's just another way for the government to control what's being
But
said.
if you like the people, this is my opinion. If you like the people that you're with, and it brings positive to your life, it's a good thing for you.
Yep.
Yep. Stay
But
happy. The 501c churches do pay zero taxes. It's a fact.
Yep. That's why they could go out and build these huge buy this line. I just passed one a couple weeks ago when I was headed down towards Atlanta. It's huge, and it looks like it's all concrete, thick walls. It costs a ton of money, and they're able
Yep.
to do that because the people are chipping in, but they don't have to do all the taxes.
Yep. Exactly, Pat Evans. It is a personal relationship.
Yes.
You can read it in the Bible all over the place, and different types of religions too. It's the relationship. It's not the building that you go to.
Mm-mm.
For
In
me,
reality, we could be in church right now,
yeah, but that's
where
what
two or
for
more
me,
are gathered.
Yeah, for me, church is in my heart and in my brain. And I'm not perfect. Nobody is perfect. Well, I'm only perfect on Thursdays. That was yesterday.
Yep.
I'm laughing. That's what it is for me. That's not for me to tell anybody in this chat or anybody out here what they need to do. But I will inform you, 501cs generally they have, if they're a big church, they have watchers in there. Sometimes
Yep.
many.
Yep. And you'd be
Make
surprised
sure
if
they
they
follow
are.
the rules.
Yep. It could be grandma freaking Matilda is the federal agent reporting on this
It's
shit.
sad. It's sad, but that is 100%. And again, I always do what we say. Go check it out. Look it up.
Hey, Shelby.
Research it
Good
for
morning.
yourself.
Let's start with rum for breakfast. Good morning,
Just remember,
Shell.
Rum?
Jesus is Jesus
That's what
covered everything.
That's
He
what
covered
Shell
church.
says.
See, Jesus said,
Or
"What
with rum.
Caesar's, you pay to Caesar." Right now, let's talk about taxes, and we know how much we hate taxes. Right. I'm going to give you a clear-cut example on that tax money that the church is getting now that they didn't give back then. When Jesus was feeding the masses with a couple of loaves and the fish, where in the Bible does it say, "Oh, hey, Jacob, go in our treasury from our 501c freaking free money
Get a
and
couple
go
million.
buy some more fish and bread"? Yeah, you didn't. Well,
That's
he was
all by
able to feed the
design.
masses.
A-
Yep. So
And
think
the
about it.
thing is with a 501c church, if you do attend one, which, that's your choice, you should be able to go to them and ask for their financial records of their 501c.
It
And
should
if
be
they do
posted
not
on the
give them,
webpage if they got
yes,
a webpage.
yeah,
You might piss
or you
somebody
should
off
be
when you
able
do
to,
that.
but you still should be able to acquire it by law. They are supposed to be transparent.
Yep.
I know.
So-
I did a big deep dive into 501c churches.
It makes you want to cringe, didn't it, when you started finding out all this information?
Oh yeah, it did.
I don't know when that started. I don't even know the date when that was, an act. I guess that's a law tax. I don't know when that was actually done, but I know it exists now.
There you go, Silver Paws.
Yep.
A lot of
And
money
there's
laundering goes on.
Yep. And people that happens to, there's a reason. He has something that he wants you to do. Yep. Like there's some of us that, had near death experiences. Why didn't we die?
Yep.
because God said, no, I need you to do something.
Yep.
I truly believe that.
Yep. And he doesn't tell you what it is. You got to figure that out by listening.
Exactly.
And that's why I try to tell people you should be reading your Bible every day. I'm not saying like 8 pages and all that other stuff. You read how much you can read in a 30-minute time period. Start out slow. If it's 1 page, it's 1 page. Just read it. You may not understand it, but that's why you do the Bible thing. I could read the Bible like 5 times throughout the year, and I don't concentrate on anything unless I get a feeling I should be paying attention to something that I deeply read, because it'll sink in and it'll come to you eventually. That's where the Holy Spirit works on you.
Amen,
You know?
Pat.
Yeah, you said something about why you're still here. One of my life experiences when I was younger, and I was partying heavily this day and this time of my life, and was on my motorcycle, and the guy pulled out in front of me. Needless to say, I sat in jail. I was stitched up, 80-something stitches in my mouth, my face, and laying in jail, thinking I was going to die the whole time. And I'm just thinking, what I went through and the accident that happened to me, how did I survive that? And there was a reason. Still to this day, don't know why.
Well,
It's a question that's yet to be answered, but hopefully it'll be like a brick coming out of the sky and hit me right in the head.
I agree. I literally shouldn't be here after my car accident in 1980. I shouldn't be.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
But by some weird chance, I ended up in between the bucket seats when the roof was crushed all the way down to the seat. So I survived. So I'm not sure why I'm still here, but I try and do better every day. And that's, but all any of us can do is do better than you did yesterday.
At least put effort. That's what I try to do.
Yep.
And I love the people that are always like, well, what am I supposed to do? What's my mission on this earth? It's real simple.
That's for you to answer.
You keep on keeping on. You keep freaking meeting people. You treat them right as you want to be treated yourself. You follow God's word.
Thank you, Marla.
And eventually you'll run across the person that's going to give you the message for your mission. Now, they're not going to sit there and go, hey, God's telling me this is what you need to do. No, I'm not talking about that. You will meet somebody that touches your heart so much that it starts that little flame of what you're supposed to do. And you'll know it without having to say anything to anybody. Then that's what you do.
That's
how God works. He wants you to listen. He wants you to wait for him to tell you when to act. But most people have lost the art of listening. That's why I do, my stuff the way I do it. I know some people get aggravated because I interrupt my freaking hosts up here and stuff, but I do that on purpose. You realize the art of conversation is listening 80% and talking 20%.
Yep.
There must have been something, what you just said, because it just clicked in my head with my granddaddy. Must have been something in the Bible about listening all the time, because my granddaddy used to tell me, be motor mouth as a kid, and he put his finger on my mouth, and he said, you know why God gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth? And I said, no, Papa, for you to listen twice as hard as you talk. And it took a long time for that to sink in, what that meant. But it did sink in.
Yeah, and you got to remember, why did God give you 2 feet and 1 ass? Somebody can kick you in the ass twice because you're not listening.
I'll go with that.
You know what, AB? My grandma used to tell me the same thing. You have 2 ears so that you listen harder than your mouth speaks. Yep.
Yeah.
Fact. Yep. And you have 2 eyes to look and look again. Yep.
Yeah, that's the way I was raised, is treat people. I mean, I saw it in the male side of my family. Treat people the way you want to be treated, but then we have a problem with tempers.
Yeah.
And the male side of my family. And that for me goes to a certain level of I'll only take so much crap, and then I turn into Mr. Nasty. I ain't putting up with it.
Or
And
is it that the reality needs to come out and you just put it in your own way? Whether it's that's the only way you feel like you'll be listened to.
that's another story that happened to me. My son was little. We come out of Walmart in Commerce, Georgia. I'll never forget this because I got arrested for this too. Come out of Walmart, we're walking to the car, and I watched this dude grab this little girl. I mean, she was little, 2, 3, 4 years old, and grab her. She had, he used to wear the little overalls, Oshkosh Bagosh overalls, had his hands in her shirt wadded up, pulled her out of the buggy, and threw her in that car. And I looked at my wife, and I said, oh, hell no. And this is where the temper and not thinking, this is what got me in trouble. I reached in there, matter of fact, got my granddaddy's 38. It was in the vehicle. And my intentions, my brain, if this son of a bitch says one thing to me, I'll kill him. That was when I snapped. It was the wrong thing to do. And for some reason, that gun was in my hand in a way to use it. But between the walk over to where my vehicle was in his car, it got turned around. And I said, hey, dude, why don't you pick on somebody at your own size? He said, what are you going to do about it? And I popped him right between the eyes with the butt of that gun, pistol whipped him. And I got thrown in jail, and I went to jail. I told the judge, I said, no disrespect to this court, the police officer. I said, but any one of y'all I see y'all do that to a child, I would do the same thing over again. And I hope y'all show me a little leniency. I said, because a child was involved, and I don't tolerate that. Oh, yeah. I was, I did it in my life. Somebody said, oh, somebody might dig up some dirt because you might piss somebody off on you. I said, I don't care. I don't hide from nothing in my past. My kids know that. All the bad things that I've done, I express that to my kids so they don't make the same mistakes. But yeah, I can't put up with that to a child. Period. No excuse.
Getting 5 new ones.
I can't read it, so I have no idea.
It says, good morning, y'all. Took the day off. Had a bad flat this morning. My tires were very bald. Getting 5 new ones later today. Good morning, Gold Sniping Farmer.
Tires ain't cheap nowadays. Like my Toyota pickup truck, got them 18 or 20, whatever's on there. And they're like, I don't know, $400 or $500 a piece. Ridiculous what stuff costs nowadays.
Yeah. It's a little over $300 for a front tire on a motorcycle.
These trucks, I put a new set on this trailer right here. That was $4,000.
Yeah.
Yep, ain't nothing cheap nowadays.
Nope. And then it won't be here till the middle of April. He ordered it yesterday. Yep.
Yeah, it's getting to where like there was time. I'm not a Firestone fan, and I'm kind of eating my words now. I never really liked Firestone tires for steer tires, and it was all I could get my hands on. I needed a set, and they put them on here, and so far, but they were these steer tires were $600 a piece.
I'm having a fruit
That was
tart
rough.
lady. Yeah.
What are you having?
A
You're not
fruit
having a
bar.
Pop-Tart, are you?
Nope.
Oh, okay. God, as soon as I get ready to turn in this chicken plant, the bottom just falls out. I really don't feel like getting wet.
Oh, it's raining there too, huh?
Oh, it's pouring. I mean, it's like these
It's sunny and
pop-up
33 here.
Oh, shut up. I don't want to hear it. I'll take the cold to be sunny instead of this rain.
That's okay. She ain't gonna be saying that in a couple of days. I don't care what the weatherman says.
We got 2 days of cold, and it gets back warm again.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't quite over till we get through April, because I'm trying to remember. I know it was 1993 when we had that blizzard here, and it was first part of April, very first week or two. But with this weather, you never know. It ain't right.
Yeah. Well, I know Dallas and northeast of Dallas and possibly east of Dallas, they had tornado warnings and all that yesterday. So.
Well, there's some people got killed, according to I was looking at the Weather Channel this morning. I was checking radar out.
Yeah, I think it was Indiana, wasn't it? I
I don't
want to say
know.
it was Indiana, and that might have been a couple of days ago. But
No, Pooty Poop was under the gun last night. He ain't heard nothing. Well, yeah, I guess he's okay because he did post something somewhere on one of the Telegram channels.
yeah.
Everything's blooming. I think Craig said last night all the pine trees there at his house was busting open. He had green goo everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I know my kids' apple tree's starting to bloom, so it's almost to that point. I'm waiting for to hear that the cherry trees are blooming, and then we're going to get hit with winter again. That's what I think.
Yep. Well, our trees are starting to show that they're going to get buds,
Yep.
like the elms and that. But I
Yep.
mean, they are about 3 weeks early. That's all I'm going to say.
We're 3 to 4 weeks early on the like the Bradford pears, your ornamental fruit trees, because they're all bloomed out. And pines are next, and the little green bud things on the pines they're there. They just ain't popped open and slung their poison out yet.
Yeah, our pines haven't even started yet. Thank goodness.
It's coming. Just wait for it.
So while the federal government and the CDC and all that was diverting you with, we have a measles outbreak in America, and we know where that came from. Are you ready for leprosy? We have as many leprosy freaking instances going on as we do measles right now. Now, not to be completely worried, there is a cure for leprosy, and people need to know that. But yeah, I wouldn't want to have to go through that cure, let alone get it. So I'm just saying, be careful who you touch and come in contact with, and all it takes is them sneezing on you or something that you touch after you're at Walmart, since you won't support the mom and dad shop, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. We would have supported
If
mom.
there's not a mom and dad pop to support, then you don't have much choice.
Yeah, there's plenty of choice.
Are you telling me I got a jab for that a long time ago, and it's not going to keep me from getting it?
Nah, there was no national leprosy freaking jab. Sorry.
Oh,
measles, yes, and now they're even saying that might not be adequate enough. You may need to get another one so they can give you the Jabberwocky too, without you knowing it.
I just looked in my cup holder, and I'm going to ask Shift Kicker. I was going through my change, and I found a 1921 silver dollar with a Morgan. It's got a woman's.
Oh, a Standing Liberty.
It may
or
be her.
Sitting. Or she's sitting.
It's just the head. It's just the head, and she's got. I'm trying to put the sun. It's got.
Yeah,
stuff
it's either it's probably a Morgan or a peace. Yeah, Morgan or a peace dollar. And yes, there were some money.
I see Liberty written. It's like she's got a what do you call it, tiara kind of thing on, and I turn it to the light while I see. But is that what it is?
I bet you it's a peace dollar. Yeah, take a picture and drop it in the funhouse, and I'll let you know.
And then on the back, it's got the eagle holding what is that, arrows and branches?
Yep.
I think.
How are the chest feathers on that? Can you see the feathers on it? On that eagle?
Yes, they're very heavily engraved.
Shape. That's in good shape. Yep, it sounds like a peace dollar to me too.
It's heavy. It's heavy. I know I guess it's about as much silver as it can be. It's heavy. That's what caught my attention, because it made different noises, and I looked at it, what the hell is that? I thought it might have been I didn't think it was a dollar piece, but yeah.
Yep. Put a magnet to it first.
Oh, I already know. I know it's silver. It's silver. Well, I'm gonna mute for a minute. I got to go check in while this rain kind of held up for a second. I'll be back.
Yeah, it's worth about $22 plus, depending on its
worth
condition.
more than a damn dollar. I'm happy. I made money off that.
Yep.
No, I'll be back.
This guy knows.
Yeah, I don't think he knows.
Oh yeah, he does. I trust him.
You're talking silver, and his name is Gold. So yeah, I'm iffy
Yeah,
on that
no, he
part.
just snipes the gold and he
No, I
sells
know.
the
I
silver.
I know. I'm just messing with Gold Sniping.
Yeah,
So people don't know Gold
yeah,
Sniping Farmer. I'm joking. He is very knowledgeable. There's a lot of them knowledgeable in the community.
yep.
If I didn't learn from them, I probably would have bought the coins I saw at the pawn shop the other day, and I'm glad I didn't because their knowledge is like, yeah,
Yep.
1 ounce silver. They wanted $47. Nothing
Yep, he did.
special
He
about
started YouTube as the silver stacking farmer.
it. Yep.
I didn't know that was you, but I remember that name, Gold Sniping Farmer. Funny. Yeah, and a matter of fact, Gold Sniping Farmer on the 24th of this month is having his big 777 party. I'm so
What?
excited for it. Yeah.
What?
The 23rd is Silver Pauses, and then on the 24th, it's Gold Sniping Farmers.
Uh, well, like I said, I wish I had LCSs here. We don't. I need to go check out all the indoor flea markets because they got a lot of people that have stuff, and I'm pretty sure some of them have coins. So I should go check them out because, yeah, the pawn shops around here, they don't even know how to do the market thing. So, but the one thing the pawn shop did get right is that 1 ounce freaking gold coin. That was priced to the market, but I wasn't going to pay it for 1 ounce of gold. There's
Yeah,
a lot
well,
more things I would have bought from there instead.
and you definitely, I agree, Gold
Yep.
Sniping Farmer. You take that ping tester,
Yep.
and they're not that
Oh, I definitely
expensive to
would.
buy. They just aren't. But we've had one for quite some time. My husband ping tests a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Lucky James Eller, Gold Sniping Farmer is really cool. That's why we had him as one of the silver guys on Tin TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, because we really like the way he thinks and he knows his stuff, and he's just a darn right good guy all the way around.
Yep.
Yep.
We need to get him in his knowledge in more communities.
Uh-huh.
Then he'd be doing his 7777 community party.
Yep. Nope. He's both Silver Paws and Gold Sniping Farmer this coming Sunday. We'll be getting live shout outs. So
Yep.
yep,
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit busy
for
time this
sure.
weekend. We have a couple of auctions this weekend, don't we? Doesn't St. Jude have theirs this Saturday?
Yep.
And somebody's gone before them. I can't remember. They changed
Oh,
their
that's
time.
the premier train goes. They're going early,
Yep.
so which is really cool. If y'all don't know, they have a thing set up called the premier train where it goes from one channel to the next. Talking about either their um, mail calls or other things. Yep.
Yep. Hey, Albany. Good morning. Yep. And not to make St. Jude's auction go low or anything because it is a good cause. But yeah, we're still building up for the Wounded Warrior one also. Dun, dun, dun.
Exactly, Gold Sniping Farmer. I know it's going to be a blast.
Yep.
I'm
So if you ain't
super
got nothing
excited
going
for it.
on your weekends and the weather's shitty, you have no excuse not to be on YouTube checking out these channels because, yeah, you'll find out. You'll get a lot of knowledge and you'll have a good time. And if you like to be entertained, make sure you have a bowl of popcorn ready to go too because you're going to want to eat that.
And this is not this Saturday, it's the following Saturday, the 23rd.
Yep. Yep. St. Jude's this weekend, and then you got the other weekend with the other ones.
Yep.
Just around the corner. Got everything else going
It
on.
is.
Hey, good morning,
Good
Hit
morning,
Girl.
Hit Gal.
Good morning, hey gal.
Yeah.
See if I
That's
can
always
back this
good
thing
when
up.
you
I
have
hit
to
anything.
clean up it. And you could say it could have been worse. That's always the best way to have to clean up. Those are the storms I like, even though I don't like that to clean up anything. I'd rather have those because it could have been worse. You know? And I've seen and had to go through worse, and yeah, it's not fun. Oh, Pat Evans, you'll find him. He will come to you in God's timing. Just remember, be patient, pray, just be yourself, and he will show one way or the other. You know?
I walked in there. There's a little booth. Check in with a security guard when you come in here, and there was a man in there about my size, maybe a little taller, and he walked out the door. I don't know why, because I don't hit my head on it, and I felt bad because he's bald headed like me, and he hit his head on that threshold, and tears started coming out my eyes. I was like, oh, I know how that feels because I got scars on mine from doing that.
Yep. There's times where my husband didn't even know he had hit his chrome dome, and I'm like, "Do you know you're bleeding?" "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Yeah, you are."
Yeah,
I
I've
did
done
Doesn't
that
that.
realize
before.
it anymore. You do it enough times. Being
I've done it.
being
Walked in the
6'3",
house and
you know.
blood be all over my face. My wife's like, "What happened?" I said, "Somebody shot me." I, she gets so mad at me.
Oh hell yeah! I'd smuck you upside the head. Don't play that game with me.
Yeah, that's when I'm doing stuff to this truck and I have to get up under it and all. I put a stocking cap on now. I don't care if it's summertime or whatnot. I'm tired of gashing my
Hurting your head.
skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't heal as fast as I used to.
True.
Oh,
True.
medical stuff. Check this out. I ordered it this morning. I got to make sure that I tell you the name right. And I'm not a doctor, but I'm trying this for myself personally. Got to find it.
Hey guys in chat, don't forget to hit our thumbs up. It gets us out in the algorithms.
All right,
Okay,
let me
those
kick back on so
tornadoes
you can
were
hear
in
me.
Ohio. Okay.
I'm going to spell this out. This is one of the things that I found. SERRAPEPTASE. Serrapapatis or something like that. I don't know the name of that one, but that's one that was recommended. And the other thing that I ordered.
Oh my God. See, this is what's wrong with the world. I see this going to court. Marker Watch is doing a story. It says, my boyfriend is selling his home. I paid him rent and helped raise our children since 2012. Would it be fair to share his $200,000 profit on the sale? Why is that even a
Got it,
consideration? You paid
Silverfire.
him rent to live there. Out of your heart, you help raise your children and his children. So what's that say that you got it? If you're not married and your state doesn't say you're common law married, you didn't recognize and all that, there's no written agreement. Why are you trying to go after his money? Do you not love that person again?
I
If
put
you're
the
doing,
one that I ordered this morning in the chat so you can see what it's called. Lumbrokinase. And there's
hey,
nattokinase.
Barb. Yeah.
Chinese herb, been around a long time. It is fermented. I want to say soybean, but it ain't soybean. Oh Lord, they've got clinical studies on this. And again, I'm not advising you to do your homework on these things, but I'm trying this to help with my blood pressure. And I never heard of these.
Lumbrostomies is a antioxidant.
Cardiovascular working thing. It's
Yep.
10 times stronger than the nattokinase. That was the first one because I was listening to a not a YouTube, but a podcast?
It says it's a fibrinolytic enzyme prevents intra-abdominal adhesions by inhibiting the migrative and adhesive activities.
Works kind of like a statin, I think.
Yep. AP1, ICAM, one signaling pathway.
And
Yep.
look up nattokinase too, Nattokinase. But this guy was like, one guy chimed in and says, nattokinase is good. He said, but I started taking the Lumbro, and he said it's 10 times stronger. It takes place of statin.
Yep, it says after 1 year of therapy with that, carotid plaque volume reduced falling by 41.84%, up to 51.30%. Yep.
They even did I think, because I had one, a heart score, because I got some blockage, and they did one a year later on the same person, and that's not EKG, MRI, when they do a heart score, because I mean it shows it live. I guess that's MRI.
An MRI. Yeah.
So yeah, they showed that particular cloggage, and it was reduced by 36%.
Yep, and the Lambrokinase has a significant potential as a cardioprotective agent, regulating the anti-inflammatory mechanisms that protect the heart against injuries. It's not giving me a whole lot, just so you know. Being on my phone, I can't go any further than I am.
It's not made by a pharmaceutical company, which I'm not here to say that. Always consult your doctor. God, that's pushed into my head. And let your doctor know. But if you've got one of these doctors that are nothing but a pill pusher, they'll look at you, because mine did that. And I'd swap doctors, because I was doing everything in the world not to take the metformin.
Take care, Silver Paws.
And berberine was working good for me to keep my blood sugar regulated. Yeah. And now they've got hydro berberine, hydro, and Pootie was talking about it, and I looked into it, and it's working for me. But yeah, I've ordered some of that. We'll say it's awesome when I see results, because I just don't. They keep trying to push that damn statin on me, and I ain't taking it. Everybody,
I had to look that up on a holistic page. I couldn't find it any other page. Just so you know, the one that you put in private chat that I looked up for you. Yep, that was in holistic medicine.
Yeah.
Well, it all comes down to what I've been saying for years. It's your body. Listen to it.
Yep.
Don't listen to the doctor. You're telling the doctor exactly what's going on. Why are you telling another person? If you're not listening to your own body, and then looking up what you can do to help yourself, why are you going to somebody else paying them big money with insurance you probably wouldn't need if you just listened to your body and took care of yourself?
And you said a key word. You're paying them.
Yeah.
And you have all the rights in the world to question anything they do, get second opinions, but a lot of people don't do that.
Yep.
I just know, and especially after we went through the slight cough situation that everybody had, and going back in time and seeing what their cure for it was supposedly, and looking at what it's done to people. And it solidified it for me. I said, I'm not trusting unless I just have to, try to do my homework and, like you said, listen to your body, because I know my blood pressure's been up since I started this testosterone therapy thing. So I'm trying not to have, what is it called, Shift Kicker? Phlebotomies? No, she's on. Was that her?
She's on a break. Yeah, she's on a break real quick.
Yeah, where I don't have to have my blood drawn all the time. So
yeah. Well, ever since I was
do your research.
Ever since I was 20, my blood pressure has always been 130 over something.
Are you hyper?
And I've always been really hyper, and always had to keep busy.
I mean, hypertension. Hypertension.
And they tried telling me that, and I didn't believe it, and I didn't take the meds. And lo and behold, after they gave me the meds, they got recalled, and I still have the bottle there to remind me. I wrote recall on there because,
They've tried to change mine. I take, I guess, one of the oldest forms of blood pressure medicine was lisinopril,
Yep.
and I mean, I
Yeah, I
ain't
had
gonna
an
say
allergic reaction to it, and they're like, my office doctor was like, "Oh, you can't get allergic to that bullshit. Go read in the MDA." And even the ER doctor, when I
I
freaking
can't
went in,
stand
when my
doctors.
throat was all
I can't.
closed and all that, oh, you did exactly what you needed to do. I know. Well, you should have had an ambulance pick you up. For what? So I'm gonna pay them $500 to give me a taxi ride?
Or more.
Yeah.
As a statement, a guy said, doctors and drugs don't heal, people heal.
Mm-hmm.
And take me. There's good. I'm not saying there's all bad doctors. There are some out there that actually practice medicine, but it
Yep.
seems like a huge majority of them now practice pharmaceutical. Uh,
Exactly.
Yep. One thing a lot
And
of
I did
people,
hear you, and that is a phlebotomist that draws blood. Yep.
yeah, because I mean they made me because my hematocrit and hemoglobin level was real high, so I had to give, I guess, an ounce, whatever it is. But I don't want to do that a lot because it does bad things to you. Iron deficient something. Some
yep,
words that are way above
Well,
my pay grade.
yep,
yeah, it can do that, but it can also force your body to make new blood cells, which
Yes.
sometimes isn't always a bad thing.
I
yep,
said that because after I got it done, because it's been a long time since I've give blood, I
Mm-hmm.
felt much for 2 weeks. I mean, solid, nothing. I just like nothing. And I was saying, is it testosterone or is it, 2 weeks? I
Yep.
had no pain. And it was like, it's probably a good thing to give blood every now and then so you can rejuvenate, get fresh red blood cells. But
Yep.
I mean, some of the older folks in our group, I ain't naming no names, not shift kicker and not trust. They're giving me hell. You're midlife crisis. I'm 52.
I've never said you were in a midlife crisis.
No, I ain't. Like I say, I ain't.
hey
They
Pedro.
pick it. They're picking at me about that. And I said, it is, but I'm also getting of the age. I want to reverse or hold anything that I've done in my past because I've done a lot of bad stuff to my body in the past, and I don't want
Yep.
it to get any worse. So I'm trying to educate myself, eat properly, exercise, so I can keep going at the rate that I'm going. It's and
Good morning, vote for
it ain't
Pedro.
easy. It
Yeah,
ain't easy.
yeah.
I hate eating.
I think I'm gonna be a leech doctor.
A leech
Because when
doctor?
everything collapses, yeah, everybody's gonna go back to bloodletting, and leeches are gonna be in demand.
They did. That is true. They did do that a long time ago. And then, like, if you had, I can't remember what it was. If you had a bad, what is it, gangrene? They would put maggots on there to let it
Yeah,
clean the bad meat off of you. Kind of
yeah.
gross stuff, but I guess it worked.
Well, you
Yep.
could use a certain combination of herbs in dirt. It'd do the same thing. But
Dirt
what do
don't
I know?
hurt.
The Indians did it, and it helped them.
Um, vote for Pedro. You asked me a question the other day in chat, and I said, "Yep, I would be honored." Um, I was I was waiting for an email from you. I don't know if you did that or not yet.
But there's
Well,
your
hey guys,
email.
Miss Rain, one more time. I got to drop this trailer and go in here and let them know that I'm here, and they can load it whenever they feel free to put some more chicken in there.
You heard it
I
first.
don't have to. I'm
He's dropping his load so you can get loaded.
dropping my trailer. You're
It's
putting
still a
words out there
load.
that
It may be an empty load, but it's still a load.
it's an empty trailer. There's no load. They got to
Yeah,
load it. And then I'll take it and go get it unloaded. How about
yeah.
that?
They're gonna load him through his rear.
Oh,
That
come
ain't
on
happening.
now.
That ain't
It's
happening.
been
Hey, maybe there's people out there in chat that don't know how they load a trailer. I'm just describing to them what
He's
they do.
correct, but don't twist it.
I'm not twisted it. They twisted. Their mind's on the freaking curb.
I
They do
email
load
you
it
this.
from the rear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You will
I mean,
email me this weekend. Okay. Thanks, vote for Pedro.
I
Oh,
can only say the words. If they could screw it in a different way, that's
twist it.
on them. They're the ones twisting it. I'm just saying, you get loaded from the rear.
100% verified. You are correct.
Yeah. I know. I used
Oh,
to have to do the loading with a forklift. Some of those freaking loads were heavy.
I came out here one time, was 80, almost 84,000 pounds, and went across the scales and rest. Y'all go ahead and take some of this off. I ain't hauling this damn load. Y'all ain't
Yeah.
paying enough for me to get a damn overweight ticket.
Yeah.
You gotta watch them. Yeah, I'm gonna get out here and get wet one more time. I'll be back.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. Darn rain.
Yeah. So, needless to say, before you donate to your local blood bank, the first thing you should be asking is, like, do you still have the program where if I donate, it stays in my family lineage? If an emergency happens, I mean, it's only for so long, like 60, 90 days, whatever. Then you have to donate again to keep it fresh. But you probably want to do that if you're going to do anything like that. Because if you didn't get the
Um,
Jabberwocky and there's an emergency, you don't want to get the common whoever's got what, because then you're going to get blood that has Jabberwocky in there. That's the last thing they're going to be looking at when they're trying to give you blood when it's an emergency. So, yeah, think about it. You don't have to get it. They just give you the blood that has it, and now you're going to have internal problems. So take care of yourself. I guarantee you, go to the blood bank. They have a program like that, and yeah, because at that point they give you the wrong blood, and problems happen. You can't turn around and sue them because now it's on them. And of course, put on your medical tag if you carry medical tags that you did not have the shot, what type of blood you have, and all the other stuff, and your medical release records too. Like they will never ventilate me. I turn around after all the ventilation deaths were happening, and they're trying to say it was the Jabberwocky. I put in mind that they will not ventilate me for any such reason.
yep.
Because I don't want my lungs to get blown out. I mean, I know I ain't got the perfect lungs of a 17, 18-year-old anymore, but, hey, if they're healthy enough and they can stand by their own, but some idiot's like, oh no, put them on a ventilator now.
Uh-huh.
Because once they blow that lung, you better have a transplant there or you're going to be dead.
Well, I don't know. I have a really good friend who had to have over half their one lung removed, and they're still doing fine.
Yep. Oh, John Wayne went through that too.
Yep.
He had half a lung removed, and he had to have the rest of the lung removed, and then eventually, he would have lasted longer if he didn't have a problem with his lung. But
Yeah. Well, they're in their mid-70s right now, and yeah, she's still doing fine.
yeah.
Yep.
One thing a lot of people don't realize. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Medical Professional, but not to YouTube standards. Um,
What's
the
that?
liver is one of the organs that, if they cut some of the liver out, it can regrow.
You're
I believe it's
it
the liver.
can, but
I mean,
it definitely takes a long time to rejuvenate.
it's not going to
And
regrow
depending
like.
on what was wrong with the liver that they had to remove some of it,
Yep.
also can affect that too. So, yep.
Yep. So, yeah. So, needless to say, that's one part of your body that can regrow
Yeah.
under, well, I won't say extreme circumstances. Under certain circumstances, they can regrow again. So,
Yep.
you only got 2 kidneys. If you decide to donate one to your significant other, make sure you have a prenup. Because if they're only using you for your body parts and then they want a divorce afterwards, make sure you get your kidney back.
Good luck
Fuck
with
it.
that shit.
Because I'm gonna tell you right
Oh
now,
my goodness.
divorce is like death. And if you gave your significant other a kidney and then they want to divorce you, fuck them. It's like death. Let them experience death. Get your kidney back. Give it to some little kid that's just starting off with life that needs it.
Yep, Pedro, it's ridiculous. It certainly is. Yeah, well, the thing is what 1998 I donated bone marrow for a 2-year-old because they couldn't find a match blood type wise or any otherwise. And as a nurse, I was like, test me.
You know,
And
you're a match.
I was the closest match that they could find, and I did that. And I'm going to be honest with you, it was very painful
Yep.
to do bone marrow.
Oh yeah.
But you know what?
Oh,
But that little one is still alive and not so little anymore. And yeah,
Yep. And that's why
yeah,
I
I heard that
donate.
hurts like
Well,
hell.
that's why I
it
used to
does. But
donate
I
plasma.
did it.
I don't donate it no more.
How do they do that? They stick the needle in the middle of the bone?
They sedate you quite well, but it's when you come out. Yeah, that's not so good.
What
Yeah,
is it?
they
I mean,
literally.
femur bone or something, isn't it?
Yep.
There ain't enough.
Okay.
There ain't enough morphine. Let's put it that way. It's gonna make you
Right.
feel better, AB, when you wake up.
Uh-huh.
Both of y'all have done that?
I got tested, but I didn't go through the procedure. Given that I wasn't a match with anybody.
I mean, for a child, I deal with the pain.
Yeah.
Well, and that was just it. It was they were giving this little one, you know, 48 hours if they didn't get it. And I'm like, test me. And they're like,
Mhm.
what? I said, test me. And so,
Yeah.
and I matched well enough to where, yep, like I said, that they're still on this earth today. So, yep,
Yep.
I knock on wood.
And it's not a
Oh, shut up.
procedure that you're doing it one week and then next week you're up on your feet and everything's all hunky
Oh no,
dory.
it
It
was a
takes a
good
while.
8 days. It was a good 8 days before I felt better, and they literally, gave me the time off work paid because of what I did.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So it's a process. So the first thing they don't say is, when we test you, if you go through it, there's going to be a lot of pain. If they don't tell you that, then they're in it for the money. I'd go somewhere else. Because
I
most
know my
professionals are in it for the right reason. They will tell you you will be in pain.
Oh yeah.
That's
And
I
I
the
had
know
first thing
kids
they
at
tell
home.
me.
That's the other thing. I had kids at home, and I thought, what if this was my child?
Yep.
I mean,
it happens all the time. Well, say
uh-huh.
my wife
And
was
I
she
just,
was over pre-K stuff, and we would go down every Christmas to the Children's Hospital,
Yep.
and the stuff that I mean they were stuck full of all kinds of stuff, and they would always smile, and I'd have to go outside and have my come apart. Oh God.
Yep.
yep. I mean,
Good morning, Dr. King.
Good Mark, good morning. Yeah, I mean, the thing is a lot of people are just so afraid to try even to find out about those
Yeah.
things that they don't even bother.
Yeah. And once they hear pain, half of them, no, no,
Yeah.
no. At least listen to the whole thing, the procedure and all that, and get tested. That part's not
Yep.
hurting. And then if the pain's not in it for you, at least donate plasma. That's what I used to do. 1 year I do blood, and the other year I do plasma. And I know they got plasma centers, so they'll pay you to do it, but it's in your
Yeah.
heart what you need. If you financially need it, then do it. But if you don't, then just donate it. It still helps a lot of
Exactly.
kids and people that don't have the strong body parts that need that plasma to keep them going until they
Yep.
do find cures.
Is there anybody other than Red Cross that you can do? Because I got issues with Red Cross, personal issues. For me,
Yeah,
I just don't like it.
there
You
are
give them,
plasma centers, and all you'd have to do is Google plasma centers in your area.
same thing as
And there's
blood donations.
in
The plasma. I've seen the
Yeah,
plasma centers.
yeah, they're the same thing. Yep, because when you donate blood, that's all you're basically donating is plasma. You're not
They're taking the
donating
plasma out
whole
of your
blood.
blood. Yeah.
Right.
They
You're
take
not
the plasma
donating
out
the
and
whole
bring back
blood.
the blood.
Yep.
And they do filter it, and they do have high
I've got
standards
to
to filtering and all that.
seeing how I'm off this weekend. I got a stupid little silly sensor. I mean, it's a $10 part, but I hate going into the dash of my truck, and it's recognizing low air pressure at the wrong pressure, and it gets to like 95 pounds, and it starts going off. It's driving me crazy. So while I'm off this weekend, I'm gonna try my best to fix that.
Yep.
Yeah, they do
Yeah.
have
No.
plasma centers that sell it. I'm just saying, if you're in need financially, you can do that too. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are hospitals out there that do take blood donations, and they do the plasma thing too. You just got to
Yep.
contact them. They're only at certain times, days, and all that other stuff. So, and that's where you
Believe
divert
it or
to your
not,
Red
Ginger
Cross.
Ninja, the American Red Cross also sells it.
Yep,
It's not just the plasma centers.
yep.
Yep.
And that's
But it's who they're
understandable. But I
selling
mean,
it to, and eventually, it is helping. You know.
yep, yep. And you got to realize,
I'm
Pat
just
Evans, I
saying.
understand about the vaccinated sick people, but you could call them on the phone, like the plasma centers. You could call them, tell them I'm not vaccinated, blah blah blah. They're going to pay you a higher rate than somebody that was vaccinated. They want
Should.
the non-vaccinated blood. Oh, they do. And
Yep.
you can talk to them, and they'll tell you. You tell them your fears, and they have areas where they'll keep you away from everybody else that was vaccinated.
There are people
Because
going that's unvaccinated, going and getting their own blood drawn and keeping it. So for however long you can keep it, just so they know they
yep,
get their own blood, because you never know what you're going to get.
yep.
You need a
Right.
transfusion.
That's what I say. That's what they have to have in the medical record to be donated to Red Cross or whatever. They got to be
Well, I do
notified.
know this much. Now, my nephew's in surgery. He's having the rods put into his thigh. He donated his own blood
Yep.
prior to it,
Well,
so that, and it's on file and it's on record. If he needs it, it's there and it's his own.
yeah,
How long does that keep? Just a few months or something?
He had to do it 10 days prior at the earliest.
yeah.
Is what they did it for him. It took it 10 days prior. So I'm not quite sure. Yeah, the blood thing. Storage and all that. I'm not up on
You can't
up on
freeze
that.
it, can you?
So. Well, they keep it pretty dang cold. That much I do know.
Yeah. And that's where they came up with the song "You're as cold as ice."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, kind of craziness.
The hell thing. I watched a video the other night. A lot of people are, if you got money, because it's not cheap, doing the hyperbaric chambers, and
Mm-hmm.
they're saying it'll. I ain't saying it's the fountain of youth. They're saying it reduces years off of you, a couple, 2, 3 years when you do it for, I don't know how long it was. It was an interesting little thing to watch.
Yeah.
But I don't like sitting in places like that, so I don't know that I could actually handle it mentally.
Oh, now we'll tell you on the plasma thing. When you do the donation, they do use a bigger needle than normal.
Oh
If you
yeah.
do it
Oh,
long
I
enough,
just had to get one.
it will leave scars eventually. Not big scars, but you'll be able to see a needle scar. So,
I always like my
There you
left
go.
arm because it's got a
42
beautiful vein.
days.
yeah.
42
Blood shelf
days you
life,
keep it.
according to the Red Cross, is 42 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was quite a bit, but they had him donate 10 days prior
Yeah.
to his
That would be
surgery.
hard to keep your own supply though. Every 42 days, if you donate blood like that.
No,
What I'm
because your
finding is
body
not good.
regenerates blood quicker than you think.
Yeah, I know that, but if you get too many, like what I'm going through, a lot of people have to go get a. I want to say colonoscopy, coloscopy,
Yeah.
to bring down your levels of stuff in your body. But if you do it a lot, it has something to do with it destroys something in your body, and you're iron deficient. It's hard to get over if you do too much of it.
Yeah.
42 days would be, that's just a little over a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it is good. I personally believe it is good to go get some blood taken out every now and then.
Yeah.
Kind of craziness.
Yeah.
Well,
So, AB, what's on your agenda for the weekend? Anything fun, or are
agenda?
you driving all weekend?
No, I'm off. One of my trailers is down. I shut her down yesterday because I don't want to claim. A claim is bad if your reaper goes down, and
Yep.
the chicken that I
And you
haul
have
could be
product
anywhere
on
from
it?
Yep, it could be anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 claim, and that's bad. So I think I've got a clutch fan. It's making all kinds of weird noises up top, and I'm pretty sure I'm talking to a buddy of mine. My temperature was up, so I just shut it down. I'll carry it to the shop next week, and God knows what that bill will be.
Yep.
That's my plan.
Okay, before anything else, what's a reaper in case somebody in chat doesn't know?
Oh,
I know what it is.
it's slang term for a refrigerated trailer. We call them reapers. I pull a reaper,
Yep.
not the smoking reaper.
Yep. You got to
Not
remember,
about-
not everybody's a truck driver or been around trucks.
I know. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm just covering it. So now they could go, cool. I could be a truck driver. I know what a reaper is.
No, don't stay the hell away from being a truck driver. This business is
Yep.
it's
Big
yuck.
money even before you even start driving. So yeah.
Awesome
Yes.
life with Bobby.
And what are you
I
doing
do
this
not
weekend?
recommend it. Yeah, what are you doing, Chip?
What am I doing? It all depends on how things go today with my nephew. Yep. And we still have a road restriction, so I can't get the rest of my tree taken down. We had
Road
everything
restriction?
we had every weight restriction for our roads.
Bridges?
Yep. No,
Mm.
nope. Local roads, believe it or not. And it won't
Yep.
come off for a while.
Why? I never heard of that.
I don't know, but they won't let us bring the machine in that we need. They won't
heavy?
give us the permit. Yeah, it is. It's one of those big, I'll send you a picture of the dang thing.
They
What,
have
is,
to
what,
bring
is,
it
what,
on
what
the
kind of
trailer
machine you
and then
talking about?
unload it.
A grinder?
It's
Sub grinder or?
no, it actually it grabs
Oh,
the
yeah. I know
the
what you're talking
tree and then it cuts it and then it's you can literally the arm literally will set it to the
about. Lay it
ground.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. And being this is a big oak tree, we have to have that come in and they can't do it yet
Yeah.
because it's
I
not an
wonder if that's
emergency
weather.
situation.
I wonder if it's
I don't
when it's cold. It's cold up there. It's hard on the road.
Yep. And it just weighs
That's
too
the
much
concrete.
to come into our little tiny streets. I mean, and we
I
do.
bet that's why it is.
Our streets are so small. Even parking only one side of the road, you can still only get one car down.
Is that normal? They do that every year?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, yeah, it's gotta be.
But we
It's gotta
thought
be
it was
weather related.
off. Yeah, we thought the restriction was off because of the warm weather and that. Nope, it's not. They still won't issue the permit we need till it is.
Gotta have permits and
Yep,
all that
that's
stuff
exactly
nowadays.
probably why. Yeah, I know. It sucks.
Yeah, the damn permafrost.
Yeah, I can remember we built a lot of stuff on the farm. We'd go cut trees because that's back when I was in grade, and I'd go down there and lay down a bunch of pine trees and some oak. 'Cause I like to have red oak boards, and we'd build barns and sheds, and I didn't ask for no permits. Do what the hell I want to do, but you can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Or you can, but there's a penalty for it. Ooh, lightning. Ooh, yuck.
Well, and then the thing is you got to pay for the damn permit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's cheaper for us being a resident to pay for that permit to have it come in than
That's
for
commercial.
instead of the company that's going to bring it in, which is the company my son works for.
Yeah.
So they're giving us. I mean, we're saving a ton of money. So it's like whatever.
I got 2 trees I need to take down, but I'm not spending the $1,500 a piece. I ain't fooling with them. They're too close to my house. And trees that I hate, I don't like them too. There's sweet gum. It's got them balls on it. I hate them things.
Craziness. But yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting for a word on how his surgery went. I just got a message couple seconds ago saying still in surgery.
Okay.
Yep.
No, we'll still keep having him in the prayers. This is surgery number what?
2. He
2?
won't have another one. Everything stayed aligned and was healing nicely, but he's still going to need the support of the rods that the 2 rods they're putting in.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
And hope the only thing they're worried about is rejection because of what the rods,
yeah.
not everybody takes to them. But so far so good. So yep, I'm knocking on wood. Yepers.
Make a joke with him when he's all better that he's part Terminator.
I was already
That's
calling him the Bionic Man, going woo 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 at him when I talked to him last. Yep. And they did find a place, a rehab center for him, only 4 miles from his house.
Yeah.
So he will be able
How
to
old
see
is
his
he?
kids. He is 49,
So
48.
he's
40,
not in his 20s or
48.
30s. It's gonna be a
No,
little
he's
hell to heal
48.
up.
Yeah, his
Right, he's
body.
got 5 kids, honey. But he's got 5 kids at home.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, you know
This
what?
is the one that was in the wreck.
Yep.
Yeah, and you got to sit there and fight with the damn engine. Oh, that right there burns my ass.
Uh-huh.
They'll try any way to keep from paying.
But at least he'll be close enough to his kids now. So,
Yeah.
which is, that right now, that's his biggest thing is he's been away from his kids now all this time and only got to see him like 3 or 4 times.
Yep.
And then only for an hour.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, he is, it's emotionally killing him that way, So, yep. When his youngest is 10, I think 9. I think she's 9. Yeah, she's 9. And then he's got a set of twins. Yep. The oldest 2 are twins. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's a plus. So hopefully that happens today. Everything gets done good. And as soon as he's out of where they think he can go into rehab, he's got a rehab set up. So, yep.
Yep. Well, don't forget about the mental part. You need to go on Amazon and get the $6 Million Man seasons 1 through whatever, and order it for him so when he's recovering, he can sit there and watch. After rehab, he should be able to do all that stuff that Steve Austin did. At least with his legs.
We shall see. We shall see. He's been pretty dang stubborn. He's done things they told him he wouldn't be able to already. So yeah.
That's how I am. Surgeries I've had. They said you're not gonna be able to do this. Rehab 1 month. Oh, it's not possible.
Yeah.
I ain't doing those 90 to 6 months freaking rehab. I'm doing 1 month. Get it done. I go in there every day for certain hours. Weightlifters can go in and freaking work out for so many hours every day. Yeah. You can do rehab the same.
He'll literally be staying at the rehab that he's going into.
Yeah. But
hopefully otherwise.
Hopefully I find a new butcher shop. I'm really hoping I have this one because then I'm going to order another freezer because I'm going to need room for a cow.
For a cow.
But this freezer I'll put in my son's house. That way, you can't keep all your preps in one location. Guess what? I won't.
Exactly.
I had dinner with him last night, and he made these ribeyes. Oh my god! Ooh. He cooked them on his Blackstone that I bought him, and he's still learning how to cook things, but he knows how to do a lot, and he's still learning. Basically, the Blackstone's a little different than other ones, and they still came out real good.
I love my Blackstone. I ain't never done steaks. I've done steaks in a iron skillet before.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
But
he
I
learned
like
that
my pellet
you got to
grill.
leave the steaks on there a little longer, especially if they're really thick. And these steaks were like 1.5 to 2 inches thick, so they're still
No.
ready. They weren't bloody, but they're still pretty red in the middle. Luckily, mine wasn't. But
Still moving.
yeah, and he likes his mooing, his wife too, and I just drenched A1 sauce in mine so I wouldn't see the red. I like mine well done. So
I'm a medium. I'm a
Yeah.
medium to medium rare guy myself.
yeah, I don't mind the pink. I just don't like it deep red. Like it just stopped bleeding, but it's still alive, kicking.
I made fun of
Yep.
them pellet grills for the longest time, and I said, you know what? I'm gonna try one. I've had this one. I can't remember the company that makes it. The Cajun type name. I'll think about it in a minute. Anyway, that's the greatest thing created. You can put your barbecue on there if you're doing a brisket or whatnot, and you put it on there and set it. As long as you got plenty of pellets, man, it's perfect every time.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, that's why I've been
Mr.
trying
Trust,
to.
this person has to get on the stick here
No,
and
no,
get
you
some
had
stuff done
yesterday
in
off.
case.
You should have been
In
on the
case
stick yesterday. You got yesterday off.
I was. I did. I
Was it-
took care of what I had yesterday, but I got stuff I got to do today.
Well, you should have did it yesterday. You had all that free time, right, AB?
I didn't. I didn't have
Don't
a
get
ton
me
of
involved
free
in it.
time.
I try not to upset these women. I try really hard.
Oh, I try to upset them because they just come back
I
to me.
did get all my stuff rotated in my cupboard, though. You know.
Awesome.
Yeah.
No, I know you got stuff to do. I'm just giving you a hard time like always, but we
See,
do
you
love
only
you.
got one. Most of the times, you only got one. When we get on there, it's 2 to 3 of them, and then they gang up. And
I try not to
you know,
gang up. Come on.
I
oh,
Come
I
on,
started
AB.
off. I was surrounded by women.
you're better than some of the others. I'll leave it at that. Mucho better.
Chip
Uh,
was there
me
when I
and
used to do
10,
the Women Wednesday. I was surrounded by women, and
me and
yeah,
10 are like brothers and sisters. I mean, I give her hell. I do.
she does
I
not.
know it.
She does not accept you as her adopted brother. I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, she does.
I don't know.
No, you haven't brought her chicken nuggets, so she's disowning you.
Well, she's shit out of
You're,
luck because I'll
you're
never
the
see that
black
part of the
rooster
country.
of the family.
Yeah, black rooster.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, y'all get off this thing, shut it down. I'm gonna fight this nasty storms we got here.
Yep.
All right.
Started seeing
Stay
lightning
safe,
pop everywhere.
AB.
Thank you for coming.
Y'all have a wonderful weekend, and
You too. Drink some green beer for me.
nope, no green beers for me. I'm good.
And send me a picture of that peace dollar, and I'll tell you for sure if it was a peace
When I get
dollar.
home, because it's in my cup holder there. I get
Yep.
home, I'll take a picture and put it on it. I guess that's what it is. I looked it up. That was the last year they made them, 1921. Morgan or something. Morgan was the mint.
Morgan. Yeah. Oh no, Morgan is a different dollar. There's a Morgan dollar and a peace dollar.
Yep.
When I looked it up, it said Morgan's what it looked like to me. But again, I don't know. I don't dabble
Okay.
in that type of stuff. I just know
Yep.
it was heavy and it was different. Everything else, it was in that gigantic bowl of coins. I couldn't tell you how many wheat pennies I found. I had a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, y'all have a good weekend, and I'm gonna try to get my ass home. Stay safe.
All right.
Don't forget to get
too.
your Powerball.
I'm banking on it. Guaranteed to win.
Yeah.
Right. Bye-bye.
Later.
Bye.
And I want to thank everybody in chat for coming out and making this show what it is, because y'all are the experts, remember. We're just up here and we got to put our things that we're not experts. But that doesn't mean chat ain't the experts.
Exactly. And without chat, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
So,
well, we would be, but we'd just be talking to ourselves. Make our faces at each other. And that would be ugly. You want to see our cameras on, us sticking our tongues out at each other and stuff. So.
True that.
Thank you.
But I am going to say, thank you for having me again. And I'm just going to say, stay blessed, not stressed. Smile at somebody. You never know how it'll change their day. And check on your neighbors if you have not seen them.
Really?
Really.
Okay, cool. And either way, before anything else, you know what I'm going to say? The other day, I won my first Morgan off Ashley Swags. Just going to say it.
Woohoo.
Yeah. A lot of first times on her channel. So, but yeah, I finally got my first Morgan. So I don't know if I want to wait or just pay the thing and have her ship it now. They got like 3 things in there now. But yeah. So remember, tell your loved ones you love them, even if you're mad at them, because you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes to 24 hours. You know, and if you get that itchy feeling from the Holy Ghost, say something to somebody. Of course, I know it's going to be nice because they from the Holy Spirit. If it ain't nice, yeah, then you got to determine if you're going to be nice or you're going to be naughty. But remember, have that personal relationship with God. That's what's going to get you through to Jesus and the pearly gates. Being a member of our church doesn't get you in. The goodness in your heart and your mind is what gets you in with that personal relationship. So we love you. Hope to see you next time. Have a blessed weekend. If you do drink, don't drink and drive. If you do drink green beer, it's normal if it comes out and it's green. It means they had too much food coloring in it. And if you don't drink, hey, go get some green Jello and get some 4-leaf clover little cookie cutters and make some 4-leaf clover Jello shots without the alcohol, of course. And we love you. Stay safe and watch your weather. And watch the other guy when you're out and about because it's usually the other guy that causes the accident. All right, Shift. Love you. Have a good day. And check Shift Kicker's community page. We'll know where we're at. But she's got to go. She keeps throwing the finger at me. So it's like, 1 minute. Oh, not that finger. Get your mind out of the gutter. I wasn't saying the middle finger. All right. We love you. And where is it? I can't.
I lost my mic.
Yeah, I can still hear you. I lost my video.
I'm just going to say bye.
What? Did you lose your mic? I can't hear you. I think she said bye.